guys, this is Mike Dixon from Stone Age Bushcraft, which is going to be the new name of my bushcraft school. I'm going to do this video about the tools I carry in the woods, at the safe handling and safe usage. I hope you enjoy. So the first tool we're going to do, the most important of all bushcraft, is the bushcraft knife. So just a few tips on when you're choosing a knife. Look at the sheath. Is it a nice sturdy thick leather sheath? Has there a good belt loop on it? Although I don't use the belt loop, I have a bit of cord to fix to a carabiner on it, on my belt. Has it got good stitching and a bit of leather stitched on to the stitching, so that when you're pulling your blade out, it doesn't cut through the stitching as you're pulling it out, and the knife comes right through, in case some people pull their knife out with their fingers over. There is quite a bit of protection there. So that's the sheath. Next, the knife itself. When choosing a knife, 4.5 inches is more than ample. This is a 4-inch blade. It's single bevel, flat ground. It's 4mm thick and it has a nice wooden handle. You can see the brass rivets here and the lanyard hole. Just a quick note on this lanyard hole: never put any lanyard on your bushcraft knife. You'll see I've got one on my neck knife, but don't ever put one on your belt knife. It can get in the way, and this is the most used knife. My neck knife is more used for whittling and carving. So just a tip there on the brass lanyard hole. You don't really need it, but it's put there. Next, you want a flat, sharp back, so it's square to the blade, so that when you're using your ferrocerium rod, you get a nice purchase for sparks. And that's a bit it really on the knife. We're going to do the safe handling and the safe usage of these later on in the video. Next is my neck knife. So same sheath, just smaller, same leather bit in the stitching. The blade has exactly the same features as my big bushcraft knife. It's made by the same person. It's flat ground. It's steel blade, full tang. The only difference is this has red micarta lining in between the wooden handle and the knife blank. As you can see, there's a nice little leather strap there with a whittled wooden loop. I can't really get this around my hand, it's more so just to help me get it out of the sheath when it's around my neck. As you can see, I've got a braided paracord necklace. If I carry this purely when I'm going lightweight, I've got all this paracord I can use as well, as this has a belt loop. You've seen this before in my other videos anyway. The next tool is another important tool for the woodsman. This is the folding saw. When choosing a folding saw, first thing you've got to look at is safety. Has it got a nice locking mechanism on the blade? Does it lock shut? And does it lock in the open position? Next thing you want to look at, can you change the blades? And can you sharpen the blades? The next thing you want to look at is the bolt. Does it stay screwed in tight? You can glue it in tight, especially if you can't change the blades. Next thing we're going to look at is the handle. Has it got a nice grip? This has got a rubberized grip. It's quite a big saw, which is why I chose it, but small and compact still. As you can see, I've got a leather strap there, which does wrap around it when it's away. The next tool I use is the Frost's Mora crook knife or spoon knife. This is a carving knife. As you can see, the hook, it's only a one-sided bladed knife, and it's just made to scoop out the end of the spoon part when making a spoon or a bowl. It's just quite a handy tool if you're into arts and crafts when you're out. Gives you something else to do. Last but not least is probably another important tool I carry out. This is the Gerber 600 series multi-tool. It has 2 blades on it, 1 serrated and 2 straight. It has a file, screwdrivers, bottle opener, tin opener, all quite important when you're out. The needle nose pliers, wire cutters, all just comes in very handy when you're out and about in the woods. It's a good complement to your bushcraft knife. If you don't take nothing else other than your bushcraft knife, a Gerber multi-tool is a very handy thing to have. So the next thing is the Gransfors Bruks small forest axe. This is probably perfect for everyone that is a bushman or practices bushcraft in the woods. When choosing an axe, the small forest axe is probably the perfect and ideal length for bushcraft. It comes with a nice pop stud, full grain leather sheath with rivets to stop it cutting through, but also has that third layer of leather around, the same as a bushcraft knife, so it's very well made. So with the axe, you can see the blade starts here. It's a concave round blade, so it's very easy to sharpen. You can just get your sharpening stone with round motions to sharpen it on both sides. The wooden handle is a very nice wooden handle. You can see the lanyard hole here as well. Never, I must reiterate this, never put a lanyard through your axe. It's just too dangerous. Too many accidents can happen with a lanyard through your axe hole. So I don't know if you can see this here, but it's stamped with the maker's mark, which is MM, which is Matthias Matteson, one of the axe smiths there. That's about all for this. We're going to do a safe handling and safe usage of this axe later on in the video, or maybe part 2 of the video.